So I've been meaning to make this video now for quite a while, and I've got something to say and I'm going to say it. I think I may have stolen that line from the Mac Master, thanks Lee. But anyway, this is actually quite a serious subject, and it's something that I really want to bring up because it could really affect your holiday. Now, as I know, and I'm very aware that many of you have worked long and hard throughout the year to be able to save up for your summer holiday over here in Mallorca. But one thing which has just been getting on my nerves a little bit as well is about the fake news that's coming out of the tabloid press. We've already seen several headlines as well, and sensationalised headlines in the tabloid press, and I want you to be able to see this fake news, this sensationalised news. I want you to recognise it, and ultimately I want you to ignore it, or even go and find the proper information from official sources too. Now, we all know as well that the tabloid press, they do like a good sensational headline. I mean, we all do, and we all make money as well from whether it's YouTube or whether it's a newspaper, from the AdSense, from the adverts that run around the videos or the articles, which is absolutely fine because it means that you get to consume the content for free. But one thing I'm not really overly happy about is really about the sensationalism in the press at the moment, and also the fact that, and most importantly, that it causes a lot of worry and distress for you guys coming over here on holiday. So what am I talking about? Well, in the past few weeks you may well have seen in the press about needing a letter of invitation to come over here to visit friends and family on holiday. Now, the press haven't actually just run this news article once, they've not run it twice but 3 or 4 times as well, and these kind of stories do very little except to cause considerable stress, worry and panic for those coming over here on holiday. And I'm particularly referring to the elderly here who may be coming over to see their grandchildren, and they're thinking that their trip isn't going to be as easy as they previously thought. Now, I'm just going to show you some examples here of some headlines which have appeared on news sites recently, and if you want to know which newspapers they've come from, then just tap the headlines into Google and you'll find out. But we can see here it says, now Britons need an official letter of invitation to holiday with a friend in Mallorca. Next headline, Spain travel warning for Brits staying with friends as they risk €8,000 fines. Really? Also, invitation to visit Spain could take up to 2 months to obtain from the police. Also, yet more red tape. Spain now issues official invitations to make your trip easier, to make your visit easier. Okay, so in this final article, it actually does say in the text, it's not vital, but this hasn't stopped the questions from pouring into my email inbox, and it hasn't stopped the questions either from being asked over on social media forums either. So really, I mean, it's one of these stories that has been completely embellished, but what is the truth? So really, the fact of the matter is that if you do need a visa to visit Spain, then you're going to need to get a letter of invitation if you're staying with friends and family. If you're coming from the UK, well, you don't need a visa, and even the ETIAS, that is not actually going to be a visa moving on into the future, it's a visa waiver, so you don't actually need this letter of invitation. So just to make it clear, if you do need a visa to visit Spain, go and get that carta de invitación, get that letter of invitation, which your host will have to take to the police station to fill out. Now, I'll drop an official link to that letter below this video, but if you're coming from the UK, please don't get your host to go to the police station, because I'm pretty sure you'll actually be sent away and told that it's not needed. Now, if we look at the UK government website, it actually does state that there's several ways that you can prove your reason for staying over here if you're not within the EU. One of them is also taking a bank card, another one is having an address for where you're staying as well. So please bear that in mind. Don't be horrified by these headlines that are coming out in the press as well, because I'm very, very concerned, and I'll explain further as we go on into the summer what these headlines are actually doing to holidaymakers, and they're actually putting people off from coming here on holiday. But of course, there's always going to be the case as well where if you are coming through the airport, that maybe one person will get stopped. So you're going to notice in many of the press articles, the wording is going to say you may be stopped, you could be stopped, you probably won't be. There's always this risk that perhaps you could be, and that's because, well, the police have the right to stop you if you look like a person of suspicion, then of course they have the right to stop you and ask. But I have to say, I've been through the airport so many times over the past few years, and you've been through the airport as well just twice in the past couple of months as well, and absolutely no policeman has been asking anyone about the purpose and reason of their visit as well coming over from the UK. So it's pretty unlikely you're going to be asked anything. You certainly are likely Probably not going to need this letter of invitation either, unless of course you look like you're a person of interest, and who knows, when they scan the passport as well, what kind of information they see on those screens. So I would say don't worry too much about this whole letter of invitation, and try not to worry too much about what you're reading in the news either. Now, I do have more information on my website all about this as well, so I'll drop a link below as well if you're looking for official links to official government information. Always make sure you check official sources, not what you read in the press, because you know they get it wrong, and you know even sometimes we get it wrong as well, so it's really important to double check. And not only that too, but also you just know that there are going to be more stories coming out in the future, which is why I'm going to be starting a series of fake news videos as well. So if I see too many stories coming out in the press, too many sensationalized stories designed to make you panic and worry about your holiday, I'll try and get the facts straight. I'll try and include links to official information as well, and try and keep that information as clear and as positive for you as possible, because there's not very much here as well if you're coming on holiday that's actually going to worry you. We're going to be seeing a lot of stories about the ETIAS visa waiver. That we've had so many of these stories coming out. Again, nothing to worry about until 2025, and when systems are in place, I pretty much guarantee that there's not going to be too much to worry about either. They just need to get the systems in place. Same goes with the entry-exit system at the airport as well. Looks like it's coming in around October time. No official date has been given, regardless of what we've seen in the press, but the official website for the EES hasn't actually got any information on it, so I'm not quite sure where they got that story from. But again, it's not something that you need to worry about. It's going to be a biometric fingerprint or a photo as well that's taken on your entry to Mallorca, but it really isn't. If you've got nothing to hide, it's going to be nothing for you to worry about when you're coming over here. So finally, there are around 15 million visitors that pour through Spain every single year. If you think that they're going to be checking every single bit of paperwork and document apart from your passport or your visa, if you do need one coming into Spain, then I really wouldn't worry too much. We have literally hundreds of thousands of visitors coming through Palma Airport every single summer. Again, they're not going to be checking bank accounts, they're not going to be checking this carta de invitación if you're coming over here without a visa, so please do not worry too much. But I will say, subscribe to my channel if you want to be kept up to date with all the really important news that you need to know before you come over here on holiday. If there's anything of note in the press which you need to know about, then I'm going to let you know as well. So I'll try and do my very best to keep you up to date and also give you access to the official sources of information, which I can pretty much guarantee will not be referencing anything coming out of the tabloid press. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. You can see I'm down here actually in the very beautiful and lovely Palma Nova. If you'd like to see a video which I've just made down here showing a full resort walk around, then check out this video appearing here on YouTube. Apart from that, you can also find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I've got more information on my website on mallorcaunderthesun.com. Thanks very much for watching everyone, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye for now.